Hi guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today I've got another speed build for you. Again, shocking, I know. Today I have built a very modern house and it's big, which is amazing. It's actually a long video today, which I feel like I've not done for ages, but I suppose my diner video is pretty long, but this is like half an hour long, so get comfortable. We're going in. It's a very modern build. It's pretty, I guess masculine. I don't know. It's a lot of dark colors and it's almost a little bit industrial, but not really. So yeah, I really put in a lot of effort in the exterior in this build because I always watch other people's builds and like, why are they so good? Why am I so bad at everything? And I was getting a little bit insecure. So I really wanted to try very hard to make this build kind of interesting from the outside and actually look really cool and make it look some quite interesting shapes and all that malarkey. So that's what I did. I think it turned out quite well. I hope you guys think it turned out well because I'm very happy with it. I'm really happy with it. And the roof I want to talk about really quickly because I saw James, the Sim Supply, do this little trick where he put in tables to fill in like the space with a half wall, and I thought that was really, really cool. So I used that idea. I hope you get what I'm talking about. I put it in the half wall area. You know, it makes it look more full rather than just having like an empty space there, you know. So that's what I did. I took ages on the roof. I really did not know how to roof this, and it took me a moment, but I got there in the end. It's not super interesting, but you know, it's fine. I really liked I love the brick pattern. It's from the Get Together, I think it is, the Get Together expansion pack. Woo! And I really love it. It's so nice. It's so lovely. I love it so much. And so that was kind of the base I was trying to go for, sort of color of the house. And then I added some black and navy. And I think it's pretty nice. So this part I was just trying to make the exterior more interesting because I was like, okay, it's just a box. Let's face it, it's just a box. So I went around, put loads of these pillars in and putting all these nice windows in. I think the windows are from Get Together as well, actually. So yeah, they're very nice. I love them. They're gorgeous. Woo, I love them. I love them so much. But I've never really used them, and I was just like, do you know what? Today is the day. And I just inset the windows on the side there, just for a little bit of privacy and just to make it a little bit more interesting, honestly. And the same with these windows here, because it's just nice to have shape and depth in the build. You know, it makes it look so much nicer, so much more interesting, yada yada yada. And yeah, so let's talk about the interior then. Or maybe not. Let's not talk about the interior. I don't know what's going on. What order did I do this build in? I really wanted a set of double doors in the back. So, you know, you could reach the back garden and it was just nice, you know what I'm talking about. I really wanted to make the front door area a bit more private, but I didn't want 3 walls just completely covering the door because I don't really want to do that. I don't want to put my Sims through that. And sometimes it looks alright, but I just didn't really like it. So I just put in the little bush from, what is it from? Is it from Spa Day or Outdoor Living? I don't know. Are they even packs? I don't know. So yeah, this is a 2-bedroom house. I made it for 1 sim, and then because I was doing a gameplay and I really wanted to make a cool modern house, and I really wanted okay, so here's the thing. I've got a sim and she's a scientist. And I really wanted her to move in with someone. And so I made this house. That's basically what it is. And that's why I built it. And that's what it's here for. Okay, that's it. That's all. That's like my little justification of this build. And that's it. So yes, it is 2 stories, obviously. And I really wanted to... I kind of was thinking I should make this less open plan, because I always do open plan stuff because it's totally what I'm into. But I ended up not doing that because I was like, oh, I could have some like corridors and it would look really nice. But I just ended up having a really open plan area downstairs with a split level and an open kitchen dining area. So completely not what I wanted to do, but I think it turned out quite nice. I love the colours in this build. I just think it's so nice. And, not to float my own boat or anything. Not to float my own boat, not to toot my own horn is what I was trying to say. But yeah, no, I think it came out nicely. I gotta stop saying that. Every single build I do, I'm just like, yeah, I think it turned out nice. Like, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't upload it. But... I do like it. And, yeah, I went with the double stove because I just felt like a big house has a big cooker, you know? So, that's why I went with 2 stoves. It's very interesting. I know. One thing that does annoy me, I don't know if you can see it, but there's, oh my god, okay, so the cabinets, as in the ones that go on the walls, you've got the long one, it sticks out so much more than the, the other ones. Like, the ones that are just, on the wall. The really long one just comes out so much more. And I'm just like, why? It really, really annoys me. But you know what? We deal with it. We get on with it. We move on. That's life. Anyway. I don't know if you saw it happened a minute ago, that I put lights behind the cabinets, and I love that trick. It's such a good way if you don't want to have ceiling lights, because I hardly ever use ceiling lights. I much prefer wall lights. I think it always looks so much nicer. But if you are just using wall lights, or if you just feel like your room needs more lights, then a good thing to do is to put wall lights behind something, because then you don't see the wall lights themselves, but it gives up so much more light. And I use that trick all the time, and it's definitely something I would recommend. It really works wonders. I love it. I think it's great. I had a really difficult time with the with the lounge area, because I was like, okay, I want it to be big, and what I wanted was a big TV area, and I wanted a reading area, because the sim that would be living in this house is a scientist, and she needs logic and everything. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. Oh, really? Did I leave this in? Okay. We'll just forget that happened. I'm sorry. I always try and edit those bits out, but obviously I forgot. I remember I stopped because I was getting so frustrated with the bloody bookshelves, and I was just like, I've got to have a minute. So I'm very sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I could not for the life of me figure out how I wanted this room, and it took me so long. I think it was definitely one of the last things I actually finished, because I got so annoyed with it. I was just like, I don't know what to do. And also the foundation started looking blue, and it's not my favorite thing. I did keep it in, but it's not ideal. And I would definitely, I don't know, I think it's just the lighting just made it look blue. I don't know if it's like the world that I put this house in. It's very blue for some reason. And the actual foundation color is grey, so I was like, it's fine, it'll be easy to work with, but it's not, it's blue. So, again, we'll forget that happened, and just pretend that the foundations are not blue, because it annoys the living crap out of me. As you might be able to tell, I'm feeling a bit passionate about the blueness of the foundation. Anyway, moving on to the downstairs bathroom. I wanted to put a shower in here. I can't even remember if I actually did. I keep this? Yeah, I did definitely keep the shower bath in here. Because I don't know, if I have like more than one sim, it just every single time my sims want to shower at the same time. So I was just like, we're having 2 showers in here, and we're just gonna deal with it. Okay? That's just the way it is. Even though this house is for 2 sims, you could definitely use this for like 3 or 4 sims. You could obviously expand the house if you wanted to. I'm not entirely sure how you do that, but definitely go for it. Like, it's a very cool house to expand. You could definitely add some more rooms and make it look a little bit more interesting and everything. But yes, this is me trying to go back to the lounge and then just giving up straight away. I was just like, I do not have time for this. I do not enjoy this and everything. So, and then we're back again. What is going on? What is, honestly, whenever I watch these videos that I make and I like do the voiceover and everything, I'm always just, what is my logic behind any of this? Because I'm always just doing one thing and then I'm just like, I'm bored of that, and then I go and do something else, and it's a bloody mess, honestly. And I don't know. It makes voicing over these videos very difficult, because I'm just like, oh, and then I did this. Oh, no, I didn't. I lied. Never mind. I didn't do that. And it's just, it's a bit annoying to be the person voicing over my videos, because, that's just, this is who I am. We've got to love it or leave it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I really wanted to do some really cool, like, picture on this wall. But then I was just like, do you know what? I don't like any of these. And I just put in those, like, collage pictures. I think they came with Get Together as well. Everything came in Get Together. It's such a good expansion pack. I would definitely recommend it. And I really like the clubs in Get Together. I wasn't expecting to. I kind of thought that the clubs were going to be just not so great, but I really like them. I think they're really good, and they're definitely worth doing. If you've not joined a club and you've got Get Together, definitely join one or make one. It's very cool. It's very cool. The only thing I wish would happen is that the other sims in the clubs would organize like a meetup, because what happens is when you join a club, like literally as soon as you join it, most of the time the leader of the club will be like, oh, hi, I noticed that you joined our club. Would you like to join us for a meetup that just so happens to be going on right now? And then you go, or you don't, and then they just never do a meetup again. So you have to be the one that's like, hi guys, let's meet up and have a good time, shall we? Yeah. That's just my observation. I could be very wrong, but that's my experience, and it's annoying. It's a bit annoying. But at the same time, do you know what? People are dying, so I think we'll be okay. I think it's all right. It doesn't matter that much. So yeah, this is the master bedroom. I wanted to use the wall, what's it called? The wall, I guess it's the wardrobe. The wardrobe. Okay. And I put this table on top because I really wanted to put stuff on top of the wardrobe. And I just ended up putting shoes on, so I actually didn't need the table, but that would be pretty cool if you wanted to put boxes or whatever on top of the table. You could do that, and genius. But because I use move objects or raise objects anyway, it doesn't really matter at all. There's no point. You don't need to do that. The table, I mean. But yeah, so I use this modern bed, which I never use because I don't really like it that much, but it really fit in well with this house. Another thing I did is, what I tried to do is, I used the bricks on the outside. On the walls that they were on the outside, I put them on the inside as well. Just because I feel like that's more realistic than just having like a random brick wall somewhere. Because I definitely wanted to use the brick on the inside of the house as well. So you'll kind of see it on like random walls. And yeah, that's why they're there. It's not just, for no reason. It's because they're on the outside as well. And I was just like, that's a good idea. So I did it. Yeah, I used red and black in this room because I feel like red is, I don't know, it's almost a little bit saucy. And, and I wanted to use it in a bedroom because I hardly ever use it in bedrooms, or actually ever. I never really use red in any house ever. But today is the day, guys. How exciting is that? That's so exciting. So exciting. Anyway, I wanted to put a separate bath and shower just because of the same thing of like Sims always wanting to need the shower at the same time. And so I put a bath and a shower. So really 3 people could be having a bath/shower at the same time. If that needed to happen, it could happen. And I think that's great. I layered those 3 wall lights just to make something a little bit more interesting because I just didn't know what to do in the bathroom. I was just like, art. So I like to use those lights to like just put them in fun little formations, ladies, and yeah. So this room, I was like, what could the story of this room be? Because basically what I wanted to do with this room is just make it kind of cool, and I love that bed. I used to use it all the time, and I love it so much. And basically this spare room is just full of stuff from the Sim who lives here, the Sim who lives his teenage years. Okay? Do we get that? That was like my thought, and I was just like, I could put a chess table in here because my science career woman would like need a chess table for logic, and I ended up moving that outside because I was like, why is that in here? Why did I put that in here? And I put in one of these wardrobes instead. And I really like this room. It's very, very simple, and there's like really not a huge amount to it, but I just really like it. I would definitely have that room. That's the room I would want to sleep in, because mainly because of the bed, let's be real. But I just think it's really nice. I used a lot of like the industrial furniture and everything, and I love the wardrobe, and I was just like, yas. And that painting, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think that's from Dine Out, and it's, oh my god, I love it so much. It's so good. And I just used that little vase to tie everything together because it's green and orange. The orange from the walls and the green from the bed. It just ties it all together, you know. See, I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but really, I have no idea. I wanted to make this area a little office area, so I put in a desk and a computer, and I put in a bookshelf as well, because bookshelves were like a pretty big part of this build, just because of my Sim who is in the science career. So yeah, I put in books and just a little bit of decoration. It's really not a super exciting desk area, but it's simple but effective. I think it looks nice. And I just painted the rest of the walls in the kind of hallway blue. I couldn't remember the name of the color. I was like, brown? That's not the right word. And then the little bricks. And then I just put in a fish tank. Because, do you know what? I think fish tanks are underused. Especially since we don't have pets. I do think about a lot if we're ever going to get pets as like an expansion pack, because I want it. Oh my god. Pets is like my favorite expansion pack, and I'll tell you why. It's because when I was in year 7, I had this friend. Year 7 is like the first year of secondary school here. And I had this friend, and I would always go over to her house and play Sims, and she had Sims, I think it was Sims 3, it must have been Sims 3. She had, or it might have been Sims 2, I can't remember, but she had the Pets expansion pack, and I was so jealous. I was just like, God, she gets everything. And I was just like, always a little bit annoyed at her. Because she had like all this like cool stuff, and I was just like, damn, I really want Sims 3 Pets. And I did eventually get it when I was like 18. But yeah, it's a bit of a sore subject for me. So I really hope they make a Sims 4 Pets, because animals are so cute. I love animals. Animals are just like my absolute favorite thing in the world. That glass, by the way, side note, that glass like thing that I just didn't use, I really want to make a greenhouse with that. I really think that would be cool. Like with windows on the sides. I just think that would work. I think that would be really cool. I'm sure someone's already done it, but I think it would be cool. Whoever has done it, which I'm sure someone has, well done. We're on the same wavelength. It's cool. It's cool. Right? Anyway, I really had no idea what to do with this patio area. As you can see, I just like jumped forward like a load, because I was just like spending ages trying to figure out what to put in the back garden. And also my game crashed like 5 times when I was trying to do it. I don't know what happened, like, because there was an update and then my game just kept crashing every time I would go back into the game. So I was just like, why? And but I eventually sorted it out. But it was just so annoying. But anyway, I'm not salty about it. I mean, maybe a little bit. So what I did is I used this bush. That bush, if you don't know, it's from Get Together, and as everything else is. And your Sims, they can sleep in it, they can pee in it, and they can woohoo in it as well. So just so you know, that is what that bush can do. But I also think it's just a really nice bush. You know, it's big, and I'm going to stop saying bush now. But yeah, I really wanted to make like a little pond area, so that's what I did. And it's just kind of like a little wildlife area, because there's a lot of greenery in this house. I think that is like a big thing that you see in modern houses, is a lot of greenery, a lot of plants and trees and all sorts. So yeah, that's what it is. I made this dining table out of 2 smaller tables, and I think it looks really cool. I'm very, very happy with it. I think it looks very nice. And I made a barbecue area and everything. Oh, genius. Like, damn. This house would be really good with a swimming pool, and I did try a couple things. I was like, I could put a swimming pool in it, but I just didn't want to. Like, I was just not super into it, so I took the pool out and I just replaced it with other things. I did a pretty cool thing here. I put 2 of the ottomans together. Is that what they're called? Ottomans? And it looks like one bench, and it looks kind of comfy, and I want to sit in it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I've not talked about this window situation. So I did like a double window thing, and I just put bushes in there just to make it a little bit more interesting. And then I used a black curtain, which I never use curtains in this game because I hate all of them. Like, I'm just being frank right now. Like, I just do not like any of them, so I never ever use them. But that curtain again from Get Together is super nice, and I use it a lot. So I use curtains slightly more often now, but it is quite big. If there was, because it's like 2 tiles wide, so if there was one that was just like 1 tile wide and it was just like a long thin curtain, I would totally use that all the time. Actually, I think they've already got those, but they're just like really gross colours, and I'm just not on board with it. But anyway, that's enough of me slandering The Sims 4 for now. I really had no idea what to do with this blue wall at the front, because I was just like, it looks so bare and it looks so boring and just awful. So I ended up putting a window there, and I used trees and all sorts, and it ended up looking alright. I think it looks okay, but I don't know. I think it would look nicer if it was tiled, or if it had like wooden slats or something. But I ended up covering it kind of with the this, I think it's bamboo, that tree, and then put in another window, and it just, you know, it just made it a little bit more interesting. Oh yeah, and a little wall decoration as well, because why not? You know, why not? So yeah, just going around with the old dirt around the house just to make it look, I don't know, more depth, I guess. I don't know. It just makes it look better. I don't know. I like it. that's it really. I like really take ages doing this because I always just end up getting it bloody everywhere, and then it's a bit of a mess. I wanted to fill that little balcony area up with some little bushes, just just for the shits and giggles. Why not again? And I use a lot of massive windows in this house. I think, is this a 2 or a 3? I can't remember what height the walls are. I think they're 2. They're the middle height. But especially with the split level, the walls look super tall. Excuse me, I just did a burp. I could have totally got away with that, but there's me just like, I just burped. And I just put these rugs in. I know they're black and everything is black in that room, but I was just like, do you know what? It just needs a little bit more texture, so that's why I did that. God, I really like ramble on these things, like I know what I'm talking about, but I honestly, like, I'm just like, it just needs more texture. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah. I'm just roasting myself right now. I just did the roast challenge all by myself. No need for anyone to tag me. Anyway, I put those little nectar or wine racks underneath the stairs because it fit really well, and I was just like, this house needs to have wine in it or just some alcohol in it, so that's why I put that there. That's the reason. And I just had this like bare wall, and I was like, what the hell do I do with this? And I just put loads of shelves, and I just filled it up with stuff, because if you're using this house in your sim game, then your sims can really just like collect loads of shit. Especially in the science crew, you get loads of rocks and metals and crystals and this and that and the other. And you can just fill it up with that. So you can delete all the stuff on that bench area and totally just fill it up with all sorts of stuff. I really overdid the lights, so I do end up changing it because I was like, it doesn't need to be this big. And yeah, excusez-moi. And I put in those rugs, but I was just like, again, it doesn't need it. Yeah, so I just put these little chairs in just to fill it up a bit. And the Sims do actually use it. When I had the welcome wagon, when I was like playing with this house a bit, they all just like wanted to sit on those 2 chairs, and they put the bloody fruit cake on the shelf, and it was just like everyone hated it, and we're at the end. My god, what a surprise. Anyway, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, any of that thing, any of that stuff. If you have a request or anything for a speed build or a room build or anything, totally leave it in the description. I will build the hell out of it if I can. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I very much enjoyed making this house. I think it's very cool, and I'm actually going to continue building with it, or like playing through it. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.